The Duluth Folk School. Handcrafting, building community, having fun. Join us out in the field as we learn about harvesting Diamond Willow with instructor and co-founder of the Duluth Folk School, Tim Bates.
Hello, my name's Tim Bates and I'm here with the Duluth Folk School. It's springtime and it's an opportunity for us to get outdoors, do some exploring. But one thing that I like to do in the springtime is harvest willow for Diamond Willow walking sticks. And today we're at the edge of an old field. Willow trees typically grow in full sun, wet areas, and here we're at this old farm field and we can see a number of willows growing here. Diamond forms in the axil of a branch where a fungus begins to grow and the tree starts to deform around that spot. So we can look at this tree and we can see some shapes that are kind of almost like flexing of muscles in some spots. We don't know what they'll look like when we peel the bark off. This tree is a little bit big, but we're going to zero in on a smaller tree for a walking stick. So here's a smaller tree that's got diamonds all over it. This is going to be perfect size for a walking stick. I'm going to use my saw to cut it off. And the nice thing about willow is they sprout back really well. So the impact is minimal, but make sure you're in a place where you have the okay to harvest. I'm going to estimate the length, cut it off, and what's going on at this time of the year with willow is that they've begun to grow, and the cells between the bark and the rest of the tree are separating a little bit because of the growth pattern. And so what we're going to do is take any type of knife and we can get this started. And ideally the way to tell if your tree is growing is if the buds are starting to pop open. And that's going to be an indicator that you can start peeling and getting off the bark. It's usually a little easier at this time of year. Once we get this going, it'll be really easy to demonstrate. And you can see it's wet in there. So as you can see, most of the bark is peeled off. There's a little bit of fuzz left on here. It's not necessarily perfect at this point, but I'm going to let this dry so that I can come back with sandpaper and files to smooth off the surface and gouge into the diamonds a little more. You can work very hard at gouging into the diamonds by digging into them fairly deeply, and you can create some spectacular shapes on your walking stick. Or you may have portions that are larger and more spread out. So making diamond willows is an awesome springtime activity, and you can do it with just a knife and a little saw. Get out and have fun in the springtime.